Good morning to all of you. Myself, Professor Hadpe from SND College of Engineering and Research Center, Kerala. Now, today we will discuss the new topic, that is measurement of classification of resistance and how to measure the resistance by how to measure the high resistance by using number of techniques. Firstly, what is measurement? The measurement of a given quantity is the act or result of a quantitative comparison between an unknown quantity and a predefined standard quantity. The measuring process is a process in which a parameter of an object or system is compared with a standard object or a system for that particular parameter. For example, for measuring the weight of a quantity, the standard taken is a 1 kg, and this will be compared with the 1 kg. Means suppose suppose sugar is weight of sugar which will be measured, then this will be compared with the 1 kilogram. This is a standard unit. Next, classification of resistance. The value of resistance which is less than 1 ohm, that is 0 to 1 ohm, this is called as low resistance. The value of resistance between 1 ohm to 100 kilo ohm, it is called as medium resistance. And the value of resistance which is higher than 100 kilo ohm, this is called as high resistance. Next, how to measure the number of techniques for measuring the high value of resistance. The first one is Megger and second one is your earth tester. First, what is a Megger? What is a Megger, or what is the need of Megger? The Megger which is used to measure the insulation resistance. You already know. We already know that the insulation resistance is very high. Requires the very high because there is no flow of current to the insulation. That's why this high value of resistance, this will be measured by using Megger and earth tester. The need of Megger: the quantity of an electrical system degrades with time, environment condition, that is temperature, humidity, moisture and dust particles. It also gets impacted negatively due to the presence of electrical and mechanical stress. So it's become very necessary to check the insulation resistance. Check the insulation resistance of the equipment at a constant regular interval to avoid any major fatal or fault or electrical shock. Means for any electrical machines like transformer, machine, induction motor, like that, the insulation, this will be heat. The insulation will be heated due to the continuous operation. That's why we need to check the insulation resistance regularly. Check the insulation resistance regularly. Next, use of Megger. The device which is enabled us to measure electrical leakage in a wire. Results are very reliable as we shall be passing electrical current to device while we are testing. The equipment basically uses for verifying the electrical insulation level, of any device such as motor, cable, generators, winding, etc. It shows the amount of leakage current and level of moisture within electrical equipment winding of system. The type of Megger, that is electronic type, that is battery operated, and second one is manual type. This will be hand operated. Next, these are the electronic type Megger, and second one is your hand operated Megger. In that electronic type Megger, there is a battery to operating the to generate the DC supply, and the display having digital type of display, and in second hand operated Megger, in that the EMF which will be generated by driving the handle, and the scale which is analog type of scale, and these are the knobs which is used to connect the leads, and in that these are leads, two leads which is connected to the any equipment. Important parts of hand operated Megger, that is analog display, hand crank and wire leads. Analog display, in that analog display provided on front face of tester for IR value of recording. Means the analog display which will be shows the insulation resistance directly on your display. Hand crank used to rotate helps to achieve desired RPM required, generate voltage which runs through electrical system. Means in the Megger there is a hand driven generator. This will produce the DC supply. This will be these generator will be rotated by using hand crank. This will be rotated up to the desired RPM, which is required to generate the voltage. That is rated speed of that generator. Third one is wire lead. This will be used to connect to the 2 points of the any winding or any wire which have measured the insulation resistance. Then construction of Megger. This is the internal construction of Megger. There are three outputs: earth wire, line wire, and ground wire. There is a one resistance, the current coil resistance and pressure coil, two resistance, current coil resistance and pressure coil resistance. In that any instrument, there are mainly two windings. First current coil and second one is pressure coil. Current coil and pressure coil. This is your pressure coil. This is pressure coil resistance. This will be connected across the supply, that is generated, and the current coil which is connected in series with the generator. Current coil which is connected in series with the generator. There are two permanent magnets. This first permanent magnet and second permanent magnet. This is a hand driven generator. This will be rotated by using handle. Again, this permanent magnet which is used, in that this is your current coil and this is your deflecting coil. This is your controlling coil and this is your deflecting coil. This will be this coil which will be rotated. It will be rotated according to the magnet. This magnet produces its magnetic field, and when the current flows into the current coil and pressure coil, due to that the force will be produced. The force will be produced in that deflecting coil, and this, according to that the deflecting coil will be deflect, and according to that the pointer will be moved towards 0 to infinity. This will be scale. This is a simplified diagram of same. This is the generator, the handle. This is your this is your pressure coil, this is your current coil. The current coil will be or deflecting coil will be connected in between the permanent magnet. When the current will flow into that means the any current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. Placed in a magnetic field, this will be produced by that magnet. Then it experiences a force according to the uh, principle of DC generator, DC motor. According to that, the deflection will be produced on the scale. This is uh, the number of topics of the construction. First one is deflecting and controlling coil connected parallel to the generator, mounted at right angle to each other. The deflecting coil and controlling coil are mounted in a right angle triangle manner. Means mounted at a perpendicular to each other, 90 degrees, and maintain polarities in such a way to produce torque in opposite direction. Means controlling torque and deflecting torque, which will be opposite to the each other. The deflecting torque deflects the pointer and controlling torque controls the pointer. Next, permanent magnet produce magnetic field to deflect pointer with north-south pole magnet. Pointer. One end of the pointer connected with coil and another end deflects on scale from infinity to zero. Infinity to zero. Scale is provided in front top of the Megger from range 0 to infinity, enable us to read the value. Means the scale when the pointer is when the at the time of measurement, the pointer will be stopped on a 6 megaohm. Then the resistance, the value of insulation resistance is 6 megaohm. DC generator or battery connection. The testing voltage is produced by hand-operated DC generator. Hand-operated DC generator for manual operated Megger or battery or electronic voltage charger is provided for automatic type Megger for same purpose. For same purpose. Next one is the pressure coil resistance and current coil resistance. This will be used for protect instrument for any damage while doing test. The voltage for testing produced by hand-operated Megger by rotation of crank in the case of hand-operated type or a battery which is used for electronic tester. 500 volt DC is sufficient for performing test on equipment range up to 440 volts. 1000 volt to 5000 volt is used for testing the high voltage electrical system. Deflecting coil or current coil connected in series and allows flowing the electric current taken by the circuit being tested. The current coil, the controlling coil, also known as pressure coil, which is connected across the circuit. Means the current coil is connected in series with the load resistance, and the pressure coil is connected across the load resistance, which is to be measured. Current limiting resistor CCR and connected in series with the control and deflecting coil to protect damage in case of very low resistance in external circuit. Means suppose the resistance is very low, then the current will be produced high because of we generate the 500 to 1000 volt DC supply. Then suppose the resistance is decreased, small, then the high value of current will be flowing to the circuit, and this will be dangerous to the circuit. That's why we use the current limiting resistance in pressure coil as well as current coil circuit. Voltage for working principle of Megger. In hand operated Megger, electromagnetic induction effect is used to produce the test voltage, that is armature arranged to go in permanent magnet field or vice versa. Means the armature of the DC generator, which will be connected in such a way that this will in between the permanent magnet, means the magnetic field produced by the permanent magnet, this will be cut by the armature. Whereas in electronic type Megger, battery are used to produce the test. As the voltage increases in external circuit, the deflection of pointer increases and the deflection of pointer decreases with the increase in current. Increases of current means, suppose voltage increases, then the resistance value should be increases, and according to that the deflection will be increases. And when the current increases, means the resistance should be decreased. Then at that time the pointer should be moved towards the zero value. Hence, resultant torque is directly proportional to voltage and inversely proportional to current, according to the Ohm's law. When electrical circuit is being tested is open, torque due to voltage coil will be maximum and pointer shows infinity. Means no shorting throughout the circuit and has maximum resistance within the circuit under test. If there is short circuit, pointer shows zero value, means no resistance within circuit being tested. Means as the circuit is open, then at that time the resistance should be maximum, that is infinity. And when the circuit is short circuited, then it shows the zero resistance. This is connection diagram of Megger for testing. In that in between these 2 points, there is connected the resistor or the wire winding which have which have resistance should be measured, and according when the hand driven generator, this will be generated, this will be rotated, and then at that time this pointer shows the reading of the resistor. This is your connection diagram. The torque of Megger varies in a rotation with V upon I. That is Ohm's law. V is equal to IR or R is equal to V upon I. When the high resistance, that is no current, then it will be shows the infinity reading. Means suppose the circuit is open circuited, then at that time no current will be flowing. Then means the high value of resistance, that is infinity. Then at that time the Megger shows the high deflection of pointer. When the high current will be flowing, that is when the circuit is short circuited, then at that time the resistance is zero and the Megger shows the reading 0. When the intermediate resistance, that is varied current, the current will be varied, then at that time the resistance which is shown by the Megger, which will be also deflected. This will be depends on your current and voltage. This is your torque production. Advantages of hand operated Megger and disadvantages. Advantages, that is still keeps important in such high tech world as it's an oldest method for insulation resistance value determination. This is the oldest method. No external source is required to operate the hand operated Megger. Cheaper available in market. That is the cost of that is low. The disadvantage is at least 2% required to operate. That is one for rotation of crank, other to connect Megger with electrical system to be tested. Accuracy is not up to the level as it varies with rotation of crank. Require very stable placement for operation, which is a little hard to find at working site. Unstable placement of tester may impact the result of tester. Provides an analog display result required very high care and safety during use of the same. This is your disadvantages of Megger. Okay, this is your today's lecture. That is your Megger. How to use the Megger for measurement of high resistance. That is insulation resistance. So stop here. Thank you.